Sheffield, you can tell by the boos, it's the Sheffield team that's come out first of all, and we shall see. Here comes the Oldham team to their choice, led out by captain Gareth Owen. So it's all getting ready to go. Who's Oldham's number 15 out there for a minute? It's Kieran Gill. Look, we've got a look of Tyson.
He does look like a younger Tyson, to be fair.
A younger Tyson.
He does. He looks like a baby Tyson.
And you'll be able to hear the hooter because that just deafened me. The timekeepers and that are sat to our left. We're 10 yards inside what is the Oldham half of the field. It's Oldham to take the kick-off. Gareth Owen up there, sets the kicking tee up, and this is it. Game on, as they say.
We go.
As we start off, and just set my watch. We're starting off dead on 3 o'clock. So 40 minutes to go to half-time. Oldham take the kick. It's fielded inside the 10-metre line by Sheffield. They're in possession, centre of the field. We move the ball out swiftly and through 3 pairs of hands, and then the tacklers come in from Oldham, and that's the end of that particular drive forward for Sheffield. Play the ball again, move up. Good defending by Oldham. They were up very quickly on the ball carrier then, and no round yardage gain. Now, when the player went in then, I thought I saw a blue arm sort of sticking out somewhere, but no, obviously it wasn't an attempted blow to the head, shall we say. Now it's kicked through, picked up by Oldham's fullback, and
Scott Turner, who
picks the ball, runs infield, gets 10 yards in, put to ground, picked up by the Tyson look-alike, who moves in and is buried by two defenders. Kieran Gill. Oldham play the ball, moving across, driving up, 10 yards short of the halfway line. It's Adam Clay who made the drive there, and acting halfback to Phil Joy. Phil Joy goes in, keeps those legs pumping, put down, dead on the halfway line, gets up. Oldham's number 20 acting halfback. And Gareth Owen. I thought it was Gareth Owen that led the team out. It wasn't before. It was Scott Turner that led the team out. Sorry about that. Anyway, Oldham kicked the ball through. It was the last tackle, and back into possession now Sheffield. They begin to try the drive forward, but 3 Oldham tacklers in. Bring them down. This time switch towards the left-hand side. Ball release in the tackle, thrown out through 2 pairs of hands. An extra 15-20 yards gain there by Sheffield on that particular tackle that looked like it'd been made, and then Oldham didn't retain possession. And again, Sheffield get the ball out in the tackle, and I thought that it'd been wrapped up there. But however, Tiagodo and making the tackle out that far side. So it's still Sheffield in possession. They've driven forward 12 yards inside the Oldham half of the field. Gets up, plays the ball, moving out to the right hand side. A little kick through has been indicated. Can Oldham keep? Yes, Oldham sort of shadow the ball down the touchline to make sure that it goes into touch, and it's a scrum down Oldham's head and ball.
Well, Sheffield are making good yards in this beginning section.
They are coming down the hill.
Yeah.
We tend to forget that there is a slope to the ground.
Yeah, there is a slight advantage in Sheffield's direction currently, but
anyway, it's the first few minutes of the game. 0-0 still. Oldham in possession. Put it to Tiagodo. He drives in. Goes down in the first man in the tackle. Taking. No, straight from acting halfback, drive forward, no way through there for the Oldham man in question. It's my mate Scott Turner, fullback. Oh, Phil Joy there. The ball was slipped to him, but it's an interception by Sheffield. I think that was a little bit too close, although it was strange because the Sheffield man had the ball for momentarily, and then anyway.
That was just a clash of bodies at that point.
So we've got scrum down. It's 14 yards inside the Oldham half of the field, right in the centre. Sheffield, if you like, first advantage. They'll have 6 tackles, and going that to 10, 20, 30 yards to go. I'm going metric and imperial on the same day. Amazing. Sheffield play the ball, comes across, driving forward. Oldham hang on tight. Oldham's number 22 there, and Sheffield keeping this ball alive, releasing the ball in the tackle, and Oldham's 22, who happens to be, oh well, I can't spot a number. Anyway, so the game moves on. It's Sheffield in possession. They're put to ground 8 yards short of the Oldham try line, just in front of the post. Oldham defence needs to be good. Going to the left-hand side. Oldham brought the man down, but his arms were loose. He's released the ball in tackle. They now move forward, trying to get hold of and up into, it was Danny Grimshaw, the chap I was looking at earlier on. Tackled well, but tackled low, and that left the man's arm to release it. Now, Sheffield a yard short the line. That looks like it could be over. Sheffield half jump, and the referee gives the try. Now, there did appear to be a lot of bodies below the man doing the tackling there, but the referee was far closer than any of us here are, and it's a try to Sheffield.
Well,
pick the bones out of that if you can.
That was just mental. That penalty given to Sheffield was the advantage that they needed. It gave them, it just pushed them forwards, and Oldham's defence just wasn't strong enough when it came to the line.
Well, we left players, we left their arms free.
Yeah.
And there was one, I think it was Grimshaw, had tackled round the upper body and was holding the man's arms in, but then he slid down the body and held him.
You just need to wrap the ball up.
Yeah. Well, that was it. That was where we went wrong in that instance. Now, who's the kicker for Sheffield? Sheffield leading by 4 points to nil, a 5th minute try. The kick is 20 metres back. What's that? 10, 12 yards in from touch on the far side. The referee stops the clock. Says you. And I don't know what we're doing here. Oh, he's putting the kicking tee down now. Right, so it's just under 20 metres from the try line. 10 yards in from touch. If my maths were better than they are, I could work it out. The old square on the hypotenuse and all that sort of stuff. So here comes the kick now. Strikes it right-footed, high enough, long enough. But according to the chairs and the flags, it was good enough. Sheffield 6, Oldham 0, and we need to spot the man's number that converted the try.
Oh, it was Simon Brown. Simon Brown.
Right.
Number 6.
What about the try scorer? Seeing you being so good.
Oh, there's too many bodies for me to spot that one.
Far too many for either of us. So, Oldham to restart again. High kick down to the field, up fielded inside the in-goal area by Sheffield. It's laid off to one of the big lads. The Oldham defence comes up. They've met them. They've put the man down 10 yards inside the field of play. Good tackling by Oldham. Sheffield play the ball quickly, run it out to the far side. A good tackle by Oldham there. Put them down, put 10 yards again there. Ooh, almost a knock on there at play the ball. And Sheffield, rather elaborate there. Anyway, they're still in possession. 15 yards short of the halfway line. Kick downfield. That's going straight into touch. No, it's taken beautifully by Oldham's winger. In that instance, Kieran Gill took it, came over his head, took it cleanly and was ready to go. Gill, acting halfback, goes in field. Unfortunately, has the shirt dragged off his back almost and put to ground. Penalty, says the referee, for offside against Sheffield. And it's Oldham to take. Comes up, takes the kick. Gained a couple of extra yards. It's a good kick. Goes into touch. 15 yards inside the Sheffield half of the field. Now, Oldham take the quick tap. It's from Gareth Owen. Moves along the line. Drives it forward. The big men. No way through there. Gareth Owen goes to acting halfback again. Phil Joy missed out on this occasion. Goes on to, is it Samji at number 8? David Hewitt at number 7. Gets up Oldham 20 metres out inside to Hewitt again. Offloads the ball and into the line, out to the side to Tiagodo. He put the ball out to the winger skipping inside, but unfortunately was standing still when he took the ball, so he didn't quite have the momentum to take him to the line. Can Oldham moving the ball along the, no way through there on that instance, as Phil Joy is put to ground 8 yards short of the try line, right in the middle of the goals. Gets up, plays the ball quickly out to the side. A little kick over the top. Well, that's a poor kick over the top. Runs dead, and all that comes to nothing. So it's a tap on the 20 for Sheffield. Disappointing end to that set of runs.
That was, yeah. Whenever we're near the touchline, I'm always on the edge of my seat. I've never been more disappointed then. That was awful. So close yet so far.
Yeah. So Sheffield number 6. That's Simon Brown standoff, who's dictating things out there at the moment for his team and having an impact on the Oldham team. Gets up, plays the ball. Sheffield's Oldham caught offside this side. That's 1-1 on the offside stakes. So it's a penalty to Sheffield. Just 8 yards inside the Sheffield half. The kick for touch. They find it. Well, I'll call it 15 yards inside the Oldham half of the field. It's probably more like 14. Anyway, but an arm went in there from Oldham. Tackled rather high there, I thought the Sheffield player was, as he hangs on to poor Oldham's. I was thinking it was 28, must have been Mickey Wood. So Sheffield, and we're allowed. There's two players tackling him. Both are tackling high, and they're allowed him to keep moving. The number 13, I think, is that Elliot Minchella, who was in possession for Sheffield. Very powerful, but to be honest, kicking your heel like that, I should say, was a penalty. A knock on, says the referee. Gareth Owen's tackle. The referee a judge that I call him my mate, my mate Elliot.
Taking the turns and giving the penalties here.
Well, I think he's perhaps picking it up. We'll find that there'll be one goes to against Oldham in not too distant future, I think, there. Stamping
Don't
his
jinx
authority. So a scrum down, Oldham's head and ball. Ball goes in, picked up by the loose forward. Out to Tiagodo. Tiagodo drives forward. Well, he doesn't drive through any tackles. Mind you, there are 3 big Sheffield players doing those tackles. It's difficult to go through 3 men. Oldham are trying it again. Sheffield are very quickly up. And Oldham, the voice in front of me says line up deeper, and I think it may well be right there, because Oldham's a very flat line, if indeed it is a line at all. Brought out to Phil Joy. Phil Joy drives in. It tackled, put to the ground, 10 yards short of the halfway line. Gets up, got Gareth Owen at acting halfback. This time it comes across this way to Adam Neal. Adam Neal drives up 2 metres short of the halfway line, put to ground. And now a kick, diagonal kick across field. It's gone behind the winger on this side, forcing him back. Does it stay in play? Unfortunately, it runs dead. And so, you really could have do the void in that.
Yeah, I've just noticed how massive the Sheffield players are. They're huge.
And that's just the wingers. So,
massive.
The big lads, I think, without any shadow of doubt. And this lad there, number 2, Gary Lowe, very energetic, shall we say, and now powering down the field, driving in. The 3 Oldham players all got it high there, and in the process of doing this and releasing them, that went forward, but only narrowly. So the Sheffield man put to the ground, gets up, they're just outside Oldham's 20. The kick through, going down the touchline, picked up by Oldham's fullback, comes across, runs through 2, needs to go to ground, does that, well done. The Oldham fullback gets up, plays the ball, puts into the arms of, oh dear me, I don't think he would have been thanked for that pass. the he in question being Oldham's 25, Adam Neal. And Sheffield, very physical at the moment, one would say. Another penalty goes Oldham's way. Yeah. So, penalty to Oldham, just 10 yards short of the Oldham try line. The Oldham's is at 27 there for. Well, it can't be 27 because we haven't got him on, so it must be a 22. Danny Grimshaw, yeah. He received a heavy blow, shall we say there. The physio's on. Got the magic bottle of water. A quick slurp for Danny Grimshaw. And look at that, rejuvenated. A bit like, it's like watching Doctor Who. But he's going to come off. Oh no, he isn't. He's staying there. The physio would perhaps indicate, yeah, he's all right. Counted his legs. Kick comes towards us, goes into the crowd, and just 5 yards short, 2 yards short of that. 2 yards on top of the 10-yard line, just inside Oldham's arse. Now Phil Joy drives in, but 3 Sheffield players get up, emerge from that bottom. Another drive forward by Oldham's Adam Neal. Crosses the halfway line, plays the ball quickly along the line. Oldham's 18, then put in by David Hewitt, but no way through for Mickey Wood. 3 players. Sheffield seem to tackle in 3. Tell me one occasion when there's not 3 of them getting up. Oldham, a good move there, coming onto the ball at a fair old lick of pace was Oldham, put the ball out, ends up in the arms of Oldham's 18 again, Mickey Wood, and it was Gareth Owen that passed it to him. Long ball into the centre this time for David Hewitt. David Hewitt kicks the ball forward, but none of the Oldham team's quite ready for it, and Sheffield have fielded it behind their own try line, managed to get into the field of play. A good attempt. We must have been running out of tackles. I hadn't spotted the referee's arm going up. And Oldham, they don't seem to be working quite effectively as a tackling unit here.
Not yet, no, they're still figuring it out.
Yeah, 3 men on the tackle there, but all were going high, and then one went. And a good tackle there by Oldham's Phil Joy. Prevented Sheffield going a quick break down the field, and the kick along the ground comes up to Oldham's fullback. Takes it by his fingertips there, goes up to the Sheffield team, runs into them and dumped to the ground unceremoniously there. And Sheffield 6 and 4. The 4 was Perry Whiteley and Simon Brown, the stand-off there. Can we say that they, when they put you down, you know you've been put down. and Sheffield, every time it's 3 men in the tackle. Oldham certainly, it's a hard stint, but they're still battling on. It's Oldham 0, Sheffield 6. As Oldham play the ball out towards the far side. A little kick towards the corner, but picked up easily by the winger on the far side for Sheffield. Coming field, and get hold of him. It's no good just lifting his leg up. Gareth Owen there, almost released a very dangerous man. I'm saying that, but to be honest, the ball's come out. Is the referee going to give? He's going to give a knock on. So it's a knock on, scrum down 10 yards inside the Sheffield half of the field.
Well, I'm hoping that this will be the encouragement that Oldham need now to just power it across the line. Since Grimshaw's injury, they seem to have a bit of a lease of life and just a bit more energy about them.
Right.
But Gary Lowe for Sheffield is not letting them past.
No.
He is chasing them down.
They are a very strong outfit, this Sheffield team, and we've been watching them 16 minutes of the first half. Oldham trailing. There's Tiagodo gets the ball out. The ball gone out, picked up by Oldham's number 10, and Oldham, that was Jack Spencer, caught out a little bit there. Right, up goes the drive again. Oldham 25. That's Adam Neal drives in the way through. I thought it was going to come this way, but it put it back inside. Drive up to 10 yards short of the try line, right in front of the sticks. Wait for the referee. His arm's still down. A long ball out towards the wing to the centre, faced by 3 men, tries to look for an outlet, but there isn't one, then dumped to the ground, 6 yards short of the try line. The referee still not indicated 5 tackles. Ball comes back in. Oldham running along the line. Back to Oldham 7, David Hewitt. David Hewitt tries to find a gap. There isn't one. 2 yards short of the try line. It's in here for a try to Oldham. But the referee... What's it? The referee... Drop the ball over the line. Good heavens above. We were in.
Yeah.
We were in. It was a quick play, the ball picked up towards the try line. Having got over the try line with just a tiny space to get through, couldn't hang on to the ball, dropped it on the way to the ground. No try. We've been playing...
Well, third time lucky.
We've been playing 18 minutes, and it's Oldham 0, Sheffield 6. As Oldham now trying to push the Sheffield man into touch, but he goes to ground 5 yards short of that. Still just outside the Sheffield 20. Sheffield in possession. Two Oldham players. The difference is it's 3-man tackle every time from Sheffield, 2-man tackle from Oldham.
All quite high as well.
Well, yes. So now, although that one was at 1 high, 1 low, 5th tackle, says the referee, and Sheffield haven't really put on as much distance this time as they were doing earlier.
No.
That one's bounced and it's going to run dead. It runs dead. So tap out on the 20 for Oldham. Oldham comes streaming back. That almost died, didn't it?
It did.
Quickly, as it's run forward, it's tapped and put down 14 yards inside the Oldham half of the field. Oldham's David Hewitt, acting halfback, picks up the ball to Phil Joy. Phil Joy drives in, knocks the players back, gains 10 yards. puts the ball out, play the ball, goes swept out to the far side to Adam Clay. Adam Clay dances his way over the halfway line, gets up, plays the ball quickly. Oldham had the ball. Oh dear me! Nearly had his head ripped off. That he in question at the bottom of the pile shall henceforth be known as Giraffe.
Mickey Wood is his actual title.
Mickey Wood, yeah. This is Mickey Wood is now caught well under the chin, spun round, and I think that the tackler must spend a bit of time off the field for that.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
I don't even know what he was going for there.
I think he was going for the chin.
You can't go for a tackle that high.
I've got this horrible feeling that he's just going to be spoken to.
Oh, don't say that, no.
Yes, the he in question was the number 19, Will Hope. Oh. Should have been sent off, should have ex-Oldham player, of course, Will Hope. So, Oldham kick for touch. With Oldham's 19, Scott Leatherbarrow. With Oldham now in the is that Michael Ward on? That head guard looks like Michael Ward. 26. It is indeed Michael Ward's. Come on, I can't tell you.
Oh, yeah, there he is. I could not see him.
Yeah. So, Oldham are in possession. They're 2 yards short of the try line again, having driven forward. Michael Ward's in with it. He drives in. Does he get down? No, a yard, inches short of the try line. Ball thrown out. Oldham switch it across the. Oh, dear me. Agodo. It went backwards, so the ball's still in play. Oldham into possession. They threw the ball out. Agodo ended up really getting in the way of the pass. Knocked it backwards, fortunately. And Oldham still in possession. Didn't see it, that indicated last tackle. But Oldham. And it's knocked on behind the post by the Sheffield player. Drop out from between the posts. Whew. This is a game and a half, really. That was a voice from the crowd comes up, keep the pressure, Oldham. Right, drop out between the posts by Sheffield. Oldham come back, most of them on the halfway line, and the 3, 5, 6 on the halfway line and beyond. It's the poor kick comes out, picked up by Oldham's 18.
Mickey Wood.
Mickey Wood. You know him so well. As Oldham in possession, driving forward there, but no way through for Danny Grimshaw on that occasion. What's the referee blow for? He's blown for a knock-on. And it's Sheffield's head and ball, so it was a knock on Danny Grimshaw. Hear me.
Nothing's in our favour for long, is it?
The Oldham coaching staff will not be too thrilled at that. You know, instances once you get near to the try line, then it's exciting, but that's when the cool head needs to be there. So, scrum down 10 yards out from the Sheffield try line. Sheffield's head and ball to be fed by Simon Brown. Ball goes in. Oh, picked up. Well, I'm wondering what's happened. The ball went in. It ended up on the ground, and now Oldham have let it go. I think the ball put out to the winger. It was thrown forward, and it's gone into touch. And Oldham there, that was really a player looking to save himself when he fed that ball.
From the scrum.
Not only, with the mess around the scrum when the ball came out, but we then had a situation where the ball came down the line. It was thrown forward because coming across, and I can't remember who it was, one of the Oldham players came across like an express train from the middle to tackle the man. The man in possession decided he'd be better off without the ball, so he released it to the winger, not only forward, a long way, but nowhere near the winger. So it was a scrum down, and the referee said it's a Sheffield head and ball, and they've been in possession. Now working hard, driving forward. Two of them high and one of them put to ground. Sheffield in possession still. They're still leading by 6 points to 0. A 5th minute try by Simon Brown. We think Sheffield now crossed into the Oldham half. Comes into the centre. The big number 10. He knocks Gareth Owen back. Gareth Owen goes sailing backwards on his feet. I think he got a bang to the head, to be honest. The referee stops the clock, because I think Gareth Owen got a bang to the head before he was pushed backwards. A clash of heads, shall we say. The referee...
I don't envy anyone involved in that, then.
No. Oh, yeah, Gareth says he's all right. I can take all those 26 men on, I think he indicates. So it's Michael Ward, the marker there, up against the number 10. That's
is that
Mark
Mexico?
It is indeed. So 5 tackles, says the referee, and now Sheffield, a little kick over the top. Is that going to run dead? It is. Oldham leave it to run dead. Tap out on the 20. Coming galloping up as quick as he can. The referee is allowing him to take it quickly. Taking a quick tap. Comes forward and over the side. The Oldham crowd. Oh, quick play the ball. Picked up and a drive forward there by Danny Grimshaw. Put down just short of the halfway line. Being held down there, but gets up. Plays the ball. The Oldham crowd getting really behind their team. The Sheffield team, when they're tackling threes, it would appear if there's an opportunity for the third man to flop onto the Oldham player, they do. Now they must be getting tired because there's only 2 men making that tackle. As Oldham driving forward. Come on, Jack is the cry. Jack Spencer drives in. Oldham are inside the Sheffield 20. There's about 12 yards out, back to Michael Ward, but Michael Ward was next to the man in possession and was barely moving forward. If it had some momentum, perhaps it could have been different. It's a kick forward, and Oldham got down onto that. No, he didn't, said the referee. Sorry. As I banged the spectator in front of me on the head with my clipboard. Apologies to him. Right, so it's a dropout between the posts. Oh dear me, Oldham! You don't know how many chances you need to make to create one scoring one. Sheffield have scored once, and they only had the one. So it's the ball kicked out, taken cleanly by Danny Grimshaw, picked up, drives forward to the 20, the 20-metre line, gets up, plays the ball, goes into the arms of Oldham's number 10, Jack Spencer. He moves forward, but not a huge ground gain before Sheffield are in the tackle. Acting halfback, it's Oldham's number 9, Sam G. The ball's been put along the line and then knocked on in the passing. Focus, they say, focus. So it's a scrum down inside the Sheffield 20. Sheffield's head and ball, and Oldham just perhaps getting a little too excited. We're waiting for have we got a ball somewhere out there, lads? We have one now. Right, so up comes Simon Brown. No, in fact, anyway, one of the Sheffield players, it's either Chisholm or Brown, to put the ball in. The referee having words with them. The pack go down again. Gerald will be going on about uncontested scrums by now, and the first man in the line tries to make it forward. It's buried by Michael Ward and Oldham's Mickey Wood. So that's 2 tackles gone against Sheffield inside the book. And what's the referee? Oh, the referee said he called held, so the ball's gone back. For a moment, it was Sheffield managed to release the ball, but the referee said he'd called held. Sheffield now driven down the touchline. They're outside their own 20, 30 yards out from their own try line, moving up towards the centre, 10 yards short of the halfway line. Now it's 8 yards. Play the ball. Sheffield moving out towards their left-hand side. It's number 7, Dame Chisholm, who releases the ball. 5th tackle, says the referee. Sheffield are on the 10 yards inside the Oldham half. It's a high up and under kick. Oldham's fullback takes it clearly, but as he lands, he's flattered. So, emerging from the bottom of the pile, and a little bit of fisticuffs. Somebody throws the ball, bounces it off the Sheffield player's head, and the referee, the touch judge is on at the far side, and the touch judge on this near side. The referee will have words with them, sending the Sheffield players back out of the way. You get up there while we have a words, so is the referee. And so touch judge on the far side with the red flag had a word with the referee. The referee singling an Oldham player out and a Sheffield player out. Who's the Oldham player? Well, nobody from Oldham's gone. Is that Oldham's? That's Scott Leatherbarrow, is that? The old eyes, you know, they're tending to go at this time. If I can't see it, I'll make it up for you, don't worry. So, Both players been spoken to. The penalty ensues to Oldham, and it's kicked down upfield, goes into touch. Good kick. I like to see kicks gain as much ground as possible. That was a good one from Oldham. He went into touch 5 yards short of the halfway line, and saved Oldham a good 30 yards worth of. and Tiagodo there went down something like a salmon out of water. The rather theatrical flop as Samji is acting off, releases the ball. Oldham drive up, and now Oldham just need to get the scores on the doors here, I think, because they've deserved it. A little bit into the 20 and still moving in a general forwardish direction. Samji picks the ball along the line to Hewitt. Hewitt pushes the ball on, out to the wing, and they're into the corner, surely. Oh, now we'll have to wait and see. The referee has given the try. No, he isn't. He was bundled into touch.
He dropped it as he was taken into touch.
Right, so it was being knocked into touch. And so it's like the third or fourth occasion that Oldham, fourth occasion that we've been over the line to drop the ball. But anyway, does not count. Nothing happened. The ball went out to the winger. Perhaps the winger and Kieran Gill. Was it
Kieran Gill?
Right,
yeah.
Who took the ball, and I don't know. I mean, he'd been playing long enough to know that when you're a yard in from the touchline or less, that you really are going to be bundled into touch by the first or second player to tackle you. Oldham do the tackling against Sheffield, and they have to do that. Sheffield have moved down the field. They're inside the Oldham 20, coming out to this near side. There's enough bodies there, but the Oldham tackling's good, put them to ground. But Sheffield are 8 yards short of the Oldham try line. They're coming back out inside. A little kick across field towards the far side. Who's going to be underneath it? It's been knocked. It's been flopped to the ground, knocked on by Sheffield. Oldham now, if they can get up there and take a quick tap, they can gain some distance here. And the referee allows them to do that, takes that and drives, and it's Tiagodo just hauled down by his ankle as he went through. And the penalty to roughing up Tiagodo while he was on the floor. That's a big number 8. Scott Wheeldon, twice the size of the Oldham lads. So we get a good round of applause here as one of the Oldham players comes off. Who's come off? I know, right.
I didn't see.
We'll have to wait for the announcement. So it's Oldham, just 5 yards inside. One of them must have restarted play as Oldham have taken the ball forward, and we're just out 10 yards outside the Sheffield 20. It's back in the arms of Danny Grimshaw. He crosses into the Sheffield 20, put to ground. Inside we've got Oldham's 18, Mickey Wood. It misses him out, goes on to 17. 17 for Oldham. Tyler Dickinson just come on as a rotation player, as a change. Oldham switched the ball out to the far side. Oh, fed back. Now an interception by Sheffield, and they feed it out to the winger. The winger's still in possession, needs to be tackled, and really Oldham recovered well then, because the centre and the winger for Sheffield on the far side of the field had a huge empty green grass in front of them, and Oldham needed every one of the tacklers to make the tackle and to make sure it counted, as Sheffield tried to drive the ball towards the halfway line, 8 yards short, just still inside their own half. We've been playing 33 minutes of this game. It's Oldham 0, Sheffield 6. That was just inches over, well, less than inches over the touchline. The touch judge was there getting earache from the number 18, Ryan Miller, for Sheffield, because it was so close to the line, the kick there.
It was Phil Joy that came off, by the way.
Phil Joy, right.
Replaced by Tyler Dickinson. I've just seen him on the side.
Right, so Oldham rotating the players, as we would expect. And it's a scrum down. 10 yards inside the Sheffield half. Oldham possession. Oldham's head and ball. Little bit of juggling carried on there by Oldham's 22. It was just really to attract the attention of the crowd. That was Danny Grimshaw. Ball played inside. It's Oldham Samji. Samji drives in, put to ground 2 yards outside the Sheffield 20. Along the line now, another drive forward by Oldham as they take possession. That's Tyler Dickinson again, gets up, plays the ball. Oldham moving out to all the far side. No, first tackle goes down. We're moving forward there, but we're not really. No, it's Michael Ward offloads again, and it comes further along the line to Tyler Dickinson again. He's 5 yards out from the try line. Gets the ball out for the far side, picked up. It's Oldham. Not straight down the throw to the wing. Oh, but he's knocked on. Are we in there for Oldham? It must be a try this time. The referee goes, yay! Try for Oldham. It came about from the most cash of a move that one could ever imagine. Oldham kicked through, but kicked right down the throat to the Sheffield defender. The Sheffield defender made a dog's dinner of picking up the ball, and all of a sudden Oldham were in a situation where they could dribble through and score the try.
This was the one time that I wasn't expecting a try to actually occur as well.
Could you do that more often then?
I'll just stop wanting it, and then maybe we'll actually do something. But 33 minutes in, are we now? Or something similar, and we've got our first try, and we're now level with Sheffield. Well, if we get the conversion.
I didn't quite catch who was the try scorer then for Oldham. Who was the try scorer for Oldham? It was announced. Langtree, right? That definitely Langtree. We have that. The jury has been out. He's been found guilty. Langtree with a try, so that's 4 points for that. Now, the kick. It's about 10, 12 yards in from touch. Far side of the field. Pull back 20, 23 yards back. Comes up, strikes it now, high enough, long enough. No, goes wide there. So the conversion, wrong place from him out there. It remains, is Oldham 4, Sheffield Eagle 6, and the kicker was Oldham's, is it number 9?
Is it not Leatherbarrow?
Yeah, it's 19 then, there you are. Get it right eventually, I will. Yeah, it wasn't Sam G, I should have just looked to it. It was right, Leatherbarrow with the kick. Kick now, restarted, picked up by Oldham. Ooh, I tell you, he runs at a fair liquor pace and doesn't slow down because there's traffic in his way. Oh, Michael Ward, a little bit of the juggling act there, but it was all to amuse and entertain. So, Oldham ball goes to ground, goes loose, and scrum down as Oldham's number 18. He's given the head and ball to Sheffield as the referee on that occasion. It's Oldham's 18 with a bloodied head. Our mate Mickey Wood.
Mickey Wood.
Mickey Wood. The bandage on his head already. Michael Ward in his familiar red scrum cap. Scrum down, Sheffield's head and ball, and certainly Oldham have come back into this game.
They've definitely got more energy about them now, especially after that try. Yeah,
one hopes that the three-man tackles have taken the toll of the people in. Well, Oldham were ready to run off there, but the ball's been knocked forward, and Oldham have decided it's the referee's decided it's Oldham's head and ball. It's a scrum down, 14 yards inside the Oldham half of the field, slightly towards the far side. That's towards the Oldham's right wing. The referee saying get in there, waits for the packs to come down. He's not happy that Sheffield were packed down correctly. Sheffield, ball goes to Tia Hagodo, runs in front of the line, but and then they've been thumped somewhat by the Sheffield number 6, Simon Brown. As Oldham go driving in there, certainly the crowd incensed by some of the Sheffield tackling. That went backwards, and is picked up by Oldham. They're still in possession. Oh, dear me! The number 18 for Sheffield.
Ryan Miller.
Thumping away at the Oldham man. The Oldham man was holding his shirt, and either the Oldham man should have been penalised for holding his shirt, but you cannot thump into somebody's arm time after time after time. That were must have 5 or 6 tackles there, 5 or 6 thumps into them.
That was blown way out of proportion.
Well, Oh, well, Mr. Referee, I'm afraid I have to disagree with you there, because that was thumping into a player. He had hold of your shirt, but he's retaining to. Well, anyway, penalty's been issued to Oldham. We've taken it. We've kicked for touch. We've gone in touch 10 yards inside the Sheffield half. Ball went into Michael Ward's arms. It looked a little adjacent. Michael Ward trying to get a couple of yards, as every other player has done. Oldham straight from acting half-back. Is that Sam G? It is indeed. Drives into the Sheffield 20. Gets up, plays his ball. Oldham moving to the right-hand side. The long ball out. No, it goes short and comes back into the middle. Daniel Langtree offloads to Michael Ward. Michael Ward puts it back. Goes back. Oh, dear me. Picked up by Sheffield as the Oldham player stopped in his tracks. The ball came out of his hands. And solid tackling, shall we say. And the Sheffield number 4 runs across field. Is tackled right in front of his post. Sheffield in possession, leading by 6 points to 4 as we come up towards the halfway mark in this game. It's according to my watch, we're on half time. Oldham need possession, and the referee says there's a penalty. What's that? He's blown his whistle. Well, I don't know what those do. It could be. Well, it's a penalty. I don't understand.
I don't know what the hand signal.
The hand signal looked rather like he had some skipping ropes in his hand, but obviously not. So it's Sheffield with the second part of the penalty. A tap taken 10 yards inside their own half. It's a big lad dumped to the ground by Oldham. And gets up. One of the tacklers is Sam G. Sam G had tackled anything that moves, and he's about to do so now as a Sheffield man comes in. He's taken nice and low by Oldham's number 12. That's well, it can't be number 12 because we haven't got one. So, oh yes, it's Daniel Langtree. The ball's gone to ground. Sheffield have dropped on the loose ball. The referee, the touch judge is right in front of us. Now, surely he could see what happened. Then the referee has allowed
I never trust a touch judge.
So the 13 releasing the ball, gets it out to this near side. Oldham needs to keep the man in question out, and good tackling by Oldham, exceptionally good tackling. Bring him down, but Sheffield are 2 yards short of the try. What's it? The Oldham man has been penalised. And why not just give him the try, ref? Oh no, I shouldn't say that. But now Sheffield have got 6 tackles inside the Oldham 20. Now trying to straighten up. First time they've released the ball, it's gone backwards, and Oldham swarming round the man, dumped him to the ground. He's 5 yards short of the try line. In possession now Sheffield. Now you wonder how much time has been wasted. Oh, the number 17 for Sheffield knocked into the middle of next week. Oldham's number 25 swinging the fist. Now Adam Neal as Sheffield come pouring in along the line. It's a long ball. Oh, and it came just over the head of the winger on this near side for Oldham. No way through for Sheffield on that occasion. It was Kieran Gill, who if he'd have been 2 inches taller would have had it. The Sheffield man. Oh, well, anyway, Sheffield 2 yards short of the try line. Oldham's tackling's good enough. They need to keep them out. Driving forward, turned onto his back, and that's the 5th tackle, says the referee. Sheffield on the Oldham try line, put the ball out along the line. They're coming out into it, being chipped over to the corner, intercepted by Oldham. Oldham are in possession, and it's Tiagodo goes up the touchline on the fight. Ooh! The touch judges, the ball goes into touch. Agodo was flattened, and how good. Now it was either an exceedingly good tackle, or it's one that the referee. Well, he's given Oldham a penalty. My God, it was like an express train stopped in its tracks. That was a dangerous tackle, and as soon as the penalties come of it, it was an illegal tackle. Oh well. But you have to be strong to be out there. That's all I can say. Oldham take the tap. It's taken by Tiagodo, who will be a little bit slower, one thinks that from now. As the ball's driven forward, we're into stoppage time, shall we say, in the first half. As Oldham cross over the halfway line, the form of Mike. Well, it's not Michael Ward. Oh no, unfortunately, a short pass into the arms of the Oldham player who was walking along at the side. He crosses 10 yards inside the Sheffield half. Oldham move it out to the far side. It's a kick into the corner by Neil, but taken cleanly. His kicking's not been too good today because every one of them have gone down the throat of that man. And Oldham need to get hold of this man who's running at speed and is dumped to the ground 10 yards short. Good clearing run by the Sheffield number 2, Gary Lowe. A kick through. There's 3 against 1. Oldham have to take the ball. He does. Takes it cleanly and is held down. And in fact, has the ball taken? No, he doesn't have the. And now the referee needs to get hold of this because. Well, the
Sheffield
hooter
are all
has
for
gone.
Throwing punches, aren't they, in this half?
Well, I think Oldham have been drawn into it as well.
Yeah.
We'll wait to see what happened. The outcome of this at the moment is well, all 4 officials are on the field. No, 3 officials, sorry. The 4th official stays off the field. Right, the referee's divided the teams. And he's having words with the touch judge with the red flag. And I have a feeling that Oldham may wave it well between like. Oh, yellow card. Yellow card for the number 5 for Sheffield. That is full-back Ben Blackmore. And it'll be an Oldham player as well, I think, will be joining them. Is that he said the number 3 for Oldham?
Is that going to be Scott Turner?
He's got Oldham's 19 there, waiting for them to have words with them. Scott Leatherbarrow. But now, we've had the turnover. We've had the hooter. But because the ball was dead when the hooter went, Oldham have got a penalty. The second part of the penalty, it looks like they're going to kick for touch. Have the second part of the penalty as Oldham's man come off. Shrugs his arms. Don't know what's the matter. What have I done? Said he.
Yeah.
As Oldham kicked for touch, the referee blows for half time, and it was Oldham's number 3, our mate Scott Turner, that was sent off. So, half time score: Oldham 4, Sheffield 6. We thought when Sheffield scored that, I thought it was going to be a difficult match because I thought Sheffield were on top at that time.
I thought it was going to be more in Sheffield's possession than it has been.
Yeah, Sheffield, Oldham then came back strongly.
Definitely, yeah.
Missed some opportunities, missed quite a few opportunities to score.
Yeah.
And Sheffield began to rough it up somewhat, but then it seemed as we got to the end of that first half, almost as if we'd been saying that Sheffield, whenever they tackled in groups of 3.
But then near the end, they were
Bowerfold here when the Oldham team have just come onto the field. They're out early. I think they're ready to do battle. I think might be the right phrase. As the Sheffield team come out a few moments later. Both teams had players sent to the sin bin. Yellow carded for the sin bin for 10 minutes just before half time. So they'll have about 8 minutes of the first half missing. Second half missing. The scores on the doors when you left us was Oldham 4, Sheffield Eagles 6. But we've had a full-blooded first half, Sophie.
It was definitely a fight, which Oldham looked to be losing in the beginning, but not in the end. In the end,
certainly came back.
Sheffield definitely got tired.
Came back strong. So we'll await the start of the second half. It's 3 minutes. It's just 4 o'clock on my watch. That'll do for starting us off. Oldham field the ball. It's Sheffield are going up the hill this half. They had the advantage of the slight slope that there is here at Bowerfold throughout that first half. And Oldham ready to come. Are they going to be charged? Yes, they are. Picked up by Sam G. Drives in. Sam had run through a brick wall for this club. I love that player. He's my man.
He's my favourite, I'm not going to lie.
Now it's Michael Ward. That's Gerald's favourite. Gerald did that because it used to be a little lad in primary school in Gerald's class. Was Michael Ward. Look at him now, by Joe. Shows you what meat eating can do for you. Fifth tackle, says the referee. Oldham in possession, a kick in towards that far corner. Chases on the number 18 acting fullback. Fumble the ball dead. It's a drop out from between the posts by Sheffield. And the number 18 again for Sheffield. He's been involved in a number of...
Ryan Miller.
Who's that? Sorry,
Brian Miller.
Brian Miller. Been involved in a number of strong tackles, shall we say. So it's a drop out between the posts by Sheffield. Oldham ready and raring to go. Sam G's pointing at... That's not going 10 yards. That's never let him into... No, penalty to Oldham in front of the post. He played the ball before, because he tried for a short grubber kick instead of the long clearance. The ball wasn't going to travel, was never going to travel 10 yards, and so he tried to encourage it. And Oldham, I think, could have had 2 points then, but perhaps they're going for the 6, you know. The penalty right in front. They're in. Oh no, just hold back on the far side. Oldham 2 yards short of the try line on the far side. Jenkins twisted turn in. He's got over surely on this occasion. Referee points to the spot. A try for Oldham. 41st minute of the second half. When the bodies emerge, tell us who it is, Sophie.
I don't know. I didn't get that far. I got as far as Sammy deciding to not take the 2, and then basically just hoping that paid off.
Well, it's a try for Oldham. It's Oldham 8, Sheffield 6. The kick still to come. We await the try scorer's name.
It's too far, that right-hand corner.
Well, when the who did he give it to then?
Sammy. It was Sammy.
Sorry?
Sammy G actually got the try.
Oh, they took it.
I think so.
Right, anyway, okay. It looks like we're giving it to Sam G, and the kick comes and the kick goes over it. And Oldham 10, Sheffield 6, and the conversion was Oldham 8. Who took the conversion?
Leatherbarrow takes the
Leatherbarrow again took the kick. Right, yes, Leatherbarrow. You talk while I write that down.
Okay, so Sheffield have kicked back off, and we've started off with Tiagodo. He was flattened. He was just absolutely flattened.
And it looks like this could
That's turned into a Sheffield penalty.
Sheffield penalty for... Oh, well, no, I don't know what happened. None of us do.
Tiagodo was flattened and suddenly there's a penalty.
So, it's a scrum... It's a scrum down.
Yes, isn't it in favour of Sheffield?
Sheffield's head and ball. The Sheffield crowd, a small contingent, probably 30, maybe 35 of them behind the post to our right.
They're
Sheffield
loud,
goes in at the loose forward's feet, with the back of his feet, come to think of it, as Sheffield now tried to strike up, bounce off one Oldham player, twisting, turning, dumped to the ground. Sheffield, 5 tackles to go, inside the Oldham 20. Goes forward, dumped to the ground, 10 yards short of the try line. Sheffield in possession. The Oldham try now comes out to the loose forward, taken nicely low down. His legs lifted up, dumped to the ground. 5 yards short of the try line though. Sheffield in possession, moving it along the in front of the sticks. Tries to outflank the Oldham player, flicks it out to the winger, and the winger is dumped to the ground. I thought it was going to be put into touch. 2 yards short of the try line. Sheffield in possession. They scoop the ball up along the try line. It hits an Oldham player. What does the referee give then? It's going to be a scrum down. He says it was an Oldham try to intercept it. It's Sheffield's head and ball again. So Sheffield, this is the second set of 6 they've had within the Oldham 20. Actually within the Oldham 10. So the forwards have drawn in to the scrum. Get them out the way. Keep our eyes out for when the lads that were in the sin bin come back on. Ball goes in. Comes out Sheffield's side along this line to the number 3. Comes across. Flicks it onto the number 2. He drives in. Pushes off one. Gets on a Tiagodo dumped to the ground. He's just caught from behind and put to the ground a yard short of the try line. Goes out to the wing and he's bundled into touch. Yes, no. Though the Oldham players seem to indicate that. And the referee comes away indicating that. So it's another scrum down, but this time it's Oldham's head and ball. The Sheffield player carrying the ball into touch. So Oldham, the chance to relieve themselves. Leading, I like to say that again, leading by 10 points to 6. I'll just confirm by looking at the scoreboard that I've got that right.
It's definitely
I didn't miss anything there.
No.
So Oldham take the lead. What a match this is. It's the one that it might be low scoring, but the effort put in by both teams, absolutely tremendous. The drive forward by Michael Ward there came to naught. Twisting and turning run to clear the lines. Brought down 5 yards outside the Oldham 20. Goes pushing forward again, no way through. Just 10 metres short of the halfway line. Oldham possession it. Sammy G hammers that ball down the touchline. Bounces once, bounces twice. Oh, doesn't quite make it in to become a 40-20. As the Sheffield man tries to find a way through, but the Oldham defence has come up and closed them down quickly. Coming into that, bounces off the Oldham 17. No way through for him on that occasion. That 17 being Tyler Dickinson. Sheffield in possession on their own 20. Pushing the ball out to this near side. Taken clearly and cleanly by Tiagodo. Sheffield 10 yards short of the halfway line. Tiagodo comes in again. Michael Ward gets a crack round the head from Tiagodo's boot as he rolls over. But Sheffield goes in there, number 17. It's that phase of the game where you can see both teams are saying, right, we're going to tackle hard, and you're going to know you've been tackled.
Kenny Hughes has interchanged for Sammy G as well.
Who was that?
Kenny Hughes interchanged for
Kenny Hughes,
Sammy G.
Come on, Sammy G's gone off. Oh, our favourite's gone.
I know.
Never mind. A man who'll give everything to the cause. The referee says it's a scrum down. Both teams taking the time to get there. Neither team seem as if they want to stop the clock. As soon as the pack's down. So the teams are there. The Barmy Army for Oldham has appeared behind the post to our right, the bottom of the slope, where Oldham up the end that Oldham are attacking. So it's Oldham straight from acting halfback, trying to find a way through, twisting, turning, in sculpt backwards, and Danny Nangtree dumped to the ground. Gained about 5-6 yards in the forward direction. Probably about 30 yards in the roundabout direction he went. Another drive down. Eased off for a moment the power that was going into it. A kick. It's a long kick, but that's just straight down the fullback's throat. And he offloads it to the number 2, who's the fast winger, Gary Lowe. He straightens up, twisting, turning, put down 10 yards short of the halfway line. Sheffield in possession, gets up, plays the ball. Sheffield going to their right-hand side. A drive in by the number 11 with orange boots. That's Matthew James. It's not number 11, that's 13. So I've got the wrong man. Mind you can't see, so I should have just kept quiet and you'd have never known. Sheffield are in possession. They crossed into the Oldham half. The ball's getting fed across. Good tackling by Oldham, puts him to ground. Step past and driving in, and now Oldham seem a little lethargic at the moment, a little slow to respond, and Sheffield, I don't think you'll be able to do that in a game like this. A cross kick right across the field of play, taken very cleanly by Tiagodo, and that took a lot of watching that ball, knowing that you had 3 defenders powering in on you, and as soon as you caught that ball you were going to be clattered. He took that and he concentrated on it, and Oldham gained back possession, but now to
Tyler Dickinson's now just been replaced by Phil Joy, and the fullbacks for either side who were sent off previously are now back.
Sorry, just say that again, Sophie. I'm not certain I heard you.
And the Phil Joy's just interchanged for Tyler Dickinson.
No, right. Your microphone's gone clicking on and off, so we'll have a quick look at something like that. Anyway, so we'll see how it goes next time. Coming and going, I think we've got the situation there. So it's a scrum down, 10 yards short of the halfway line in the Oldham half of the field. And I'm just trying to think what Tyler Dickinson's saying to the Oldham team as he comes off. Puffing a blind and a break through. It's Sam G. Has he got the pace? Going down to the touchline. He's out round 1. He's out round 2. He's in at the corner. Sam G throws the ball high in the air. The Oldham team come and bury in with their tackles. Talk us through that, Sophie.
Hewitt just caught the ball and ran. I've never seen a run. That was a run almost what we used to see of Chisholmworthy, just of a whole length. Hewitt ran with it, tried, and there was no stopping him. I think all of Sheffield's team were after him, but there was no way you could catch him at all.
Actually, I said it was Sam G because
no, it's Hewitt.
No, it's Hewitt. They've got a look though, haven't they? They're bearded, dark-headed, dark-faced, dark-haired and bearded. But what a tremendous run down there. Anyway, I'm giving it to Sam. He's my mate.
Just get him, have him. I don't mind.
Yeah. So 14 points to 6. Oldham take the lead.
This is looking promising for the rest of the second half now.
Right. And the kicker we decided was Leatherbarrow?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah. So you talk while I write that down.
Well, the Leatherbarrow's setting up the tee now, and he's preparing to take off he's preparing to take the conversion as the rest of the Oldham team disperse.
Right.
And one can only hope.
22 metres from the try line. 5 yards, 10 yards in from touch on the far side. High enough, long enough, accurate enough. Yes, say the touch judges. Oldham 16, Sheffield Eagles 6. Perhaps not quite what we expected there, Sophie, I think.
No, the second half is, in true Oldham style, the second half has definitely upped the ante for the first half.
Well, certainly I think perhaps the words of calming down and that, because Oldham did have, 4 chances to score in that first half.
I'm sure there's definitely got a talking to in the changing rooms.
So, Sheffield kick-off. Oldham field it inside their in goal area. It was taken very nicely because it almost bounced very good. It was almost a tremendous kick. Now it's Phil Joy. He drives in. He'll knock the Sheffield players back. Ooh, gets banged to the head with somebody's knees as he was going to ground there. And now, driving in again. And some of these tackles I can feel from the back of the stand here.
No.
And that's where I'd like to feel them from.
You can hear them from back here too.
Yeah, certainly can. So, it's Oldham with a kick downfield. Bouncing all over. Bounces past the full-back from the 5-4 Sheffield. Ben Blackmore. It goes in. Picked up Michael Ward. Got the ball. Turns the ball inside. And really he's trying to get the ball to Agodo. A little kick over the top. The unkind bounce there. Unkind bounce. Oldham had got possession. They had 5 more tackles to come. It started with Ward and Agodo, who bumped into each other, and I think Wardy felt guilty about doing that, so Wardy passed it to Agodo. Agodo then felt a bit guilty about it, and so it moved on. But to scrum down, Sheffield's head and ball.
I don't think they exactly expected the possession that they got there and didn't know what to do with it once they had it.
Let me just have a quick twiddle your microphone for a second there, Sophie, because, right, I think that could be all right with a bit of luck. We'll see. Just, that's it. Okay. Pop it nice and close to your mouth. Right. It's Oldham's head and ball, so the referee brought it back. Oh, my goodness. Had a stretch there to catch the ball. Try to move the ball across field. Gained 5 yards. We're inside the Sheffield 20 on that far side, and almost as if then it was I don't quite see it as if we seem as if we're going to open up play pass. We've got a much deeper line than we had in that first line. Ball's fed to Oldham's number 10. Not really any way to go in there. But anyway, Oldham 5 yards short of the try line. Comes up along the ball short. Ball been knocked back. In fact, Oldham very slow going down, but the scrum down Oldham's head and ball. He said that Sheffield fingers not dislodged the ball from the Oldham man's hand, and Oldham, I think, rather fortunate, shall I say, Sophie, for that.
Definitely. I'm not 100% sure where all these penalties are coming from, but I'm not going to give them back.
Not look a gift horse, as
no.
they say. So we the pack go down. Water's brought on. The referee calling. I don't know. Maybe the referee's allowing them to take water on. It's a cold day here at Bowerfold.
Freezing.
Freezing is another way of describing it, Sophie. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So the packs are ready. Well, they're not quite ready because the water carriers for Sheffield are going off. The packs go down. It's picked up by Oldham. The lot played on by the loose forward. No way through for the attack there, right in front of the post. Picked up quickly. Thrown out to first man driving in. Ooh, brought down 4 yards short. Pulled, pushed to the ground. Penalty for Oldham. And what we're doing here? The Oldham I was wondering what the Oldham players are. All of them are holding up the hands, and I think they're saying that's 3 times that's happened. Interference at play the ball. Oldham have decided that they will go for the 2 points. Well, that will be the 2 points that they missed and the first converted.
I think that's a wise decision
try.
at this point.
Yeah, they might as well take the 2 while they're down here.
Anything to secure the points.
Yeah, that will give them because that will give them. An 18, it would be 18 points to 6. 2 converted tries lead. Then another point of some description would set it up nicely, shall we say? Right, here comes the kick. Talk us through it, Sophie, while I.
Sorry, Scott. So Leather Barrows took the kick. He's got the conversion. It was a nice conversion, really. That brings us now to 18-6 to Oldham. As we go back to play.
Oldham 18, Sheffield Eagles 6, and been a tremendously good start to the second half by the Oldham team. Sheffield to restart. The number 6, Simon Brown, drills it to the far side. Oldham, they kick it long into the. The oohs go up as the tackle on Michael Ward there, who stopped him in his tracks, and that takes a lot of doing. 4 men tackling for Sheffield in that instance. As they eventually, the Oldham players get a tackle half broke through it and then drive into the defenders there. No way through for them there. They're 10 yards short of the halfway line. Oldham in possession. Dummies his way around. Oh, the ball, the Sheffield player furious then because there was a rather loose pass from Oldham's number 19 Scott Leatherbarrow, and really Oldham were fortunate to get away with that.
That was. I'm surprised he didn't manage to intercept it actually from Sheffield.
I think it hit his arm, bounced, hit him in the face, and then was on the leg and went to ground. Yeah, it was the ball from Leatherbarrow just had enough pace to really put him off, but it was a good spot by the Sheffield lad. But long may he knock them on while he's playing Oldham. So the referee stops the clocks, waiting for the. Now we've got 2 balls on the pitch.
One and they both come.
Now we're waiting for the ball to come. Down go the packs. It's Oldham's head and ball. Picked up. Turns to Agodo. He drives in. Oh, he lifted up, and the referee went down rather gently, shall we say, but that could have been a spear tackle. Certainly, the ball was held out. Now, who's that was driven in there? Phil Joy drove in at speed and clattered by 3. And now again, Oldham driving forward, pushing the Sheffield team back. That was good. Knocked them back. No, Michael Ward came at a lick of speed there. And unfortunately, from his point of view, Oldham went the other way because I could see him going through like an express train, running along the line. It was a poor pass to Phil Joy, who was virtually stationary when Jack Spencer, number 10. Why did I say Phil Joy? Anyway, Oldham in possession, comes along the line. Oh my God, it's a bit of a weak one, I think. Knocked back, knocked down. Oldham are going to pick that up, and they do that, and they take the ball. But the referee says penalty to Sheffield for offside, as Oldham's one of David Hewitt that's on his haunches. Bit of cramp, perhaps. Bit of cramp. The water carriers pour onto the pitch in great numbers, shall we say, for both teams.
David Hewitt today has played wonderfully, though. He's definitely got involved.
Right.
A lot.
A lot. Is he one of your favourites by any chance?
He's actually he is, but
it thoroughly deserved, is what you're saying.
It's not one. That's the reason. I've just noticed him involved a lot.
Yep.
Never anything's happened, he's always been there.
So it's Sheffield taking the penalty. They found touch inside the Oldham half, 10 yards inside the Oldham half, and play the ball, coming to drive forward now. Now they need to, Oldham need to tackle, and tackle strongly. As Sheffield play the ball, coming across to this near side, back to the fullback, through many pairs. A little dummy then, picked up nicely by Oldham. Good, well played by the lad playing in the fullback position at that particular moment. It was excellent as Oldham pass the ball, run along behind the line and then straighten up. So we're still 10 yards from our own try line, but another drive forward. Phil Joy turns, knocked to the ground. Up, gets up, plays his ball. Oldham come back into the centre where it's hard and tough and rough and put down. Oldham in possession, gets up, plays the ball. Michael Ward now. Ward sidesteps then and hangs on to the ball. Dummied that he was going to pass the Sheffield player went for it. Michael hung on to the ball. Oldham still just inside their own half. A kick downfield. Bounces once, but bounces kindly for Sheffield. Picked up easily by I think it's a Sheffield number 5, Ben Blackwell. Carries the ball to 15 yards short of the halfway line. Sheffield in possession. Oldham get up slowly. Plays the ball. Sheffield go towards the short side, towards their right. Dump to the ground. The live wire of the Sheffield team there. Well, there's a couple of them, but dumped to the ground, slowing down somewhat this live wire. And now Sheffield tried to straighten up, but they released the ball backwards, picked up by Sheffield, trying to dummy one way and the other. Then good tackling back by Michael Ward. The ball then put forward, and Sheffield have knocked on yet again. Whew. A near thing, Sophie?
I'm grateful for that. I saw a sort of Hewitt scenario happening for Sheffield then, where they just sprinted to the end.
Yeah. But good tackling back by
tackling
Oldham.
was Oldham's tackling again is saving them at that try line.
Yeah. So it's a scrum down. Who's it going to be? Is it the end of the sixth tackle? I'm not certain. Well, the players receiving, shall we say, a little bit of attention.
Yeah,
a rub down.
Just a bit.
A rub down and a drink of water.
There's an excessive amount of water, people.
Well, a lot of them carry secret instructions as well.
There's so many.
In fact, some of these water carriers haven't even got water in their hands.
No, that's true.
Now the water carriers come off. It's I think it's a Sheffield head and ball. Oh no, it's Oldham's head and ball. Comes out. Tiogodo runs along the line. Accelerate. Oh, he forgot to hold on to the ball. I don't know what on earth happened. He had the ball. He was running forward. He then let go of it. It rolled down his body. Now, whether he was planning on kicking it forward, but he was aiming at. He was running towards the touch line at that moment. So the ball just ran into touch. Let's hope nothing comes of this, because that will be certainly a self-inflicted wound, but from an Oldham perspective. Oldham not got quite the right number of men in the scrum at the moment. They have now 1, 2, 3, 4 on 4, and 2 this side. Sheffield go across it, open up play on the far side. Fullback comes into the line, tackled by Oldham, releases the ball. And the rest of the teams have come out to play into it. Now we release the ball again, and it's always dangerous when Sheffield are being allowed to release the ball in the tackle. And two men for Oldham wrap that particular move up to loose forward Emmett Michaela. Ball comes along, back inside, get hold of him. Ball fed across the line, and Oldham have really made a bit of a hash of this. And I think Sheffield are in, they've got the ball out to the winger, and he's gone in at the far corner. And Oldham did make the hash of it. And you've got to say that goes back to our mate Agodo, who stupidly gave the ball away.
That was guaranteed for Oldham as soon as they forgot to wrap up the ball again. Just repeated missed chances of wrapping up the ball, allowing Sheffield to pass the ball along the line, eventually find their way to the try line.
You know, I think I'm allergic. I'm allergic. There's a second little scene. So Sheffield, with 22 and a half minutes of the game gone, 3/4 of the way through. Score the try. Now the kick, the conversion, it's right on the far touch line, on the 20-metre line. Is it Brown still with the kick?
Yeah, it'll be Simon Brown.
Pulls it wide, so
And misses the conversion. So that's 18
we know who
to
scored
Oldham.
a try for them again.
I didn't see myself. It's in that blind spot in the top left.
So, score, it's Oldham 18, Sheffield 10. Just slightly under a quarter of the game to go, 18 minutes of the game to go, and that's the official scoring from the timekeepers away to our left. So, Oldham now need to steady themselves and do the simple things, which they were doing at the start of the half. Taken cleanly by the number 3. Agodo comes storming in. He was waiting for that tackle, and he knocks the number 3 for Sheffield back somewhat. That's Menzies. And Sheffield, though, in possession, crawling forward on hands and knees, and pretending that he's forward. Oh dear me! And the touch judge didn't agree with the crowd and myself. But anyway, Sheffield in possession, putting the ball out along the line. They're 15 yards short, 10 yards short of the halfway line, almost breaking through the line there. And good tackling by Oldham. Now Sheffield determined to get some momentum going forward. Drive up the 10 yards inside the Oldham half. 5th tackle, says the referee. Sheffield in possession. Goes out to the short side. It's a little kick forward. Goes into touch. A scrum down. Sheffield now wanting to form the pack quickly to stop the clock. Which they almost done. Yes, they stop the clock now. Oldham coming much more leisurely. Now coming round to take up their positions. It's scrum down.
Oldham could not be walking any slower.
And the cry for Sheffield Eagles comes up from behind the post to our left-hand side. So it's Oldham's head and ball. Ball goes in, picked up by the loose forward, put along the line. Oldham drive forward. 3 tacklers come in, stop him in his track. Play the ball quickly. Back inside. It's our mate. Anyway, he drives in, but no way through for him there. Oldham trying to move the ball forward, trying to carry the ball forward. The Sheffield attack, the Sheffield defence, if you like, if they've been put on instructions to pick up the game, they've been certainly trying that now. Oldham 15 yards short of the halfway line. Ball back to Langtree. Langtree drives in, bursts halfway through the first tackle, gets support from Agodo, but now a grubber kick along the ground that's taken cleanly by the number 2. Sees Agodo coming in and decides that the safest place for him to be is on the floor. Gets up, plays the ball, goes infield, runs in towards Phil G. Taken, put down by Oldham's Danny Langtree, who takes him round the legs. Langtree gets up, moves away, picks up his place in the defensive wall. Sheffield play the ball and drive forward. Spun round, dumped to the ground. 20 yards short of the halfway line. Sheffield still inside their own half, moving it along the lines. And I wonder if fatigue will come on into this. So Sheffield held up just 15 yards, 10 yards out from they're 10 yards short of the halfway line. I'll get it right, but release the ball through. Oldham almost went for it there. And now they dumped. The referee said it. Agodo, Agodo lashing at the ball then, which was no point really, because all he was going to do was kick the ball back into the Sheffield half.
Yeah.
They would have gained possession, and the lad's got a bit to learn.
I think his default setting is to kick the ball. I think if he's not sure what to do, kicking is the way it goes.
I've not thought of that.
Yeah, it seems to be the pattern.
Right, well, we'll watch that. As the packs go around, it's Oldham's head and ball. The original knock-on was by Sheffield. Ball goes in, and they're like a rat out of a trap. The scrum half standoff for Sheffield went racing around the back of the Oldham scrum. Michael Ward got it, stepped to the side of one tackle that would have hurt had he taken it. Plays the ball now. As Oldham try to carry the ball forward, they've got 10 yards inside the Sheffield half. Play the ball. Oldham going out towards that far side, twisting and turning. No way through though. Get a good 10 yards gain. Gets up to just outside the Sheffield 20. Out put into the arms of Oldham's Jack Spencer. Spencer, the ball's gone loose. And we're still in play. The ball's still in play. Oldham need to... No, Oldham need to get hold of the man, put him to ground. Sheffield, I think the longer they can keep dancing around with the ball in their hand, the better they will feel. The number 2 goes in forward for Sheffield. Gary Lowe, no way through. Good tackling by Oldham. Him down. Sheffield 10 yards short of the halfway line. That looked a bit forward. Sheffield now dumped to the ground gently, having been lifted well up off the ground. But Sheffield are on the halfway line, centre of the field. That's forward again. Certainly, I'm not the only one. The cry from the Oldham crowd is forward. And anyway, Sheffield back in possession. The 10 yards inside the Oldham half, dumped nicely to the ground. So plays the ball. A little chip over the top. What's it going to be now? Picked up by the Oldham fullback. He runs infield. Doesn't get past anybody, but carries the ball well infield. And Oldham are back in possession. Now Agodo goes in. Bounces. Well, a good, solid, strong tackle. Puts him to ground. Gets up. Plays the ball. The Oldham attacking line was almost level with the play the ball then in that instance. So we wait and see as Oldham drive forward again. It's a little bit scrappy at the moment because the distance, the 10 yards back, is a short 10 yards, and 5th tackle, says the referee. Oldham kick, well, it's right down the throat of the fullback again, and it's not really the best sort of... Anyway, Sheffield are in possession. They're 20 yards out from their own try line. Oldham do the tackling. Back they come. Play the ball quickly. Coming across the... Ooh! Into it goes Oldham. The Oldham defence powered into the Sheffield 19. That's Will Hope. No, that can't be Will Hope. That's surely... Anyway, Sheffield are in possession. They're 12 yards short of the halfway line. The boos are going up, and I'm not certain exactly why, but...
It's because the physio lady ran on and just spoke to every member of Sheffield, essentially.
As Sheffield drive in, Oldham do the tackling, put them to ground. 5th tackle, says the referee. Sheffield are 5 yards into the Oldham half of the field. Ball's gone across. A high kick, well, it's not starting ground, kicks over the top. Picked up, and Sheffield are in. They made a hash of it. He made a hash of it. Was he trying to be elaborate, throwing it round? Did he throw that round the back, down round his back?
Something like that in order to pass it around.
It looked as if the showing off business was coming into it. And the ball ended up knocked on. Oldham got there, gathered the ball, and that was incredible. The man was through. He didn't have to pass.
He could have just carried on running forwards and guaranteed himself a try, but instead... Why not show off when you get to the line? I mean, it did us some favours, so...
Step it up, Oldham!
I thought I'd got a call from the studio then, but it's not. Somebody else had rang me. Oh, well, we'll find out who that was and what it's all about later. No, yes, but at the wrong time, totally wrong time. Right, so we're about to restart the game. I should just... We've got 9.5 minutes left to go, and the score's on the doors. Let me make sure I get this right by checking against it. It's Oldham 18 points, Sheffield 10, 8 points in it. So, with 9 minutes to go, Oldham are in possession, moving the ball, but they're deep. They're inside in their own 20. Played the ball, picked up quickly. It's a short ball. Just the first man in the line. He runs on. Three defenders for Sheffield come, gather him, dump him to the ground. 5th tackle, says the referee. And Michael, I don't know who that hit, but certainly thumped into a couple of players. And really, that took a desperate diving tackle from Agodo.
That was stupid, Oldham!
And Oldham Agodo penalised for a little bit of after. So it's Sheffield take a tap. They're 20 yards short of their own try line. Sheffield in possession, trailing by 18 points to 10. I think I gave you the score a few moments ago. So it's Sheffield in possession, a short pass inside, but Oldham's tackling's good enough, but Sheffield are now 10, 12 yards short of the Oldham try line, going out towards that far corner. They've been very dangerous out that side. Driving into that, and can Oldham push him into touch? I'm not certain what they did, but they did something. A round of applause goes in. It's a scrum down. Oldham's head and ball, and Oldham are delighted. The referee stops the clock. Must be 9 minutes to go in this game.
9 very tense minutes by the looks of things.
So it's been a match and a bit, hasn't it? This?
Definitely. The score does not reflect the intensity of the game, I don't think.
No, perhaps the intensity of the game has caused the score to be so low.
Yeah,
that neither team have been, shall we say, gentle in any of their tackles, as the Sheffield were ready to race forward as soon as Oldham put the ball into the scrum, or as soon as the ball came out the scrum, and they did that to deprive Oldham. Oh my goodness! The ball's ended up in the hand of Michael Ward, but he did well to catch that one, because
kept it.
the pass, you'd have thought we were comfortable. There's a nice dummy going through there, dummy into the left and to the right. Now it's Michael Ward again in possession. Michael the Juggler Ward, I shall call him from here.
Definitely from today's game.
Up to the halfway line. And again, another drive by Oldham. Sixth tackle, says the referee. Ball's going out to the far side. A kick down the touchline. Comes off the Sheffield man's foot. Goes into touch. And it's a head and ball to Oldham. And Oldham are back in possession. So Sheffield quickly try to get their scrum set up. 5 in the scrum, 6 in the scrum. Where's the referee gone to indicate? Yes, puts his arms up now to stop the clock. Time flies when you're enjoying yourself. It's down to 7 minutes to go. It's scrum down on the Oldham's head and ball on the Sheffield 20. Oldham put the ball out to Agodo. Now, sensible lad. Sensible, just go down, that's it.
He didn't kick it, so that's all I could ask.
Gets up. He played the ball all right, and Oldham are in possession, trying to drive forward. It's Oldham's number 7. Tyler Dickinson, 10 yards out along the line. Now, Danny Henshaw drives, twists and turns. They're away for him. Not on this occasion. 4 yards short of the try line. Oldham in possession. Gareth twisted, had possession of the ball, offloaded it, held up over the line on his back. So Oldham come back 10 yards to play the ball. Plays the ball, moves the ball, and it goes out to the right hand side. Now we're aiming at the post, racing towards the post. 5th tackle, says the referee. A grubber kick into the corner. It's there! A try for Oldham! Exceptional! Danny Langtry, a kick through. Danny Langtry comes, drops on the ball at full stretch. Oldham, I think. No, I will not chance it. Oldham extend their lead. Extend their lead. Go on, Sophie, tell us what was happening.
This could be exactly what we need now for the rest of the game. We managed to get across the line with Tyler Dickinson, but he landed on his back, so he got put back again within the 10 yards line. Gareth Owen chucked it out. It landed with Neil, who chucked out again, got it to Langtry, and Langtry raced across the line and secured us more points and a stronger lead. So
22 points to 10. Say it again.
Hopefully this is enough. This should be enough.
22 points to 10 with how many minutes to go? I look at the 5 minutes to go. If Oldham blow this,
no.
Well, I won't say any more. I daren't. chance my arm. Oldham 22, Sheffield 10. 12-point lead. The kick to come. We wait for it. Ready and raring to go. Scott Leatherbarrow. I look. In between the sticks it goes. Oldham 24. Sheffield 10. 14-point lead. That'll do me. You know, my maths went then for a moment. I gave us an extra 2 points. And I decided I'd have to try stop talking and thinking at the same time. Oh, writing, adding up the right. Oh my goodness, that was an appalling tackle on Adogo. Adogo very, very bravely watched the ball all the way down, took it cleanly, and was flattened in the process. Now, I think that was a disgraceful tackle.
That was a very harsh tackle.
It was an absolute disgrace. He's calling Adogo out. What was that? Man of the match, was that? We looked to Sophie, who didn't catch it. So
no, I'm busy trying to figure out why this.
Well, nobody's been sent off. Nobody's been had a word with. Nobody's been put on report. There must be a lot of paperwork to fill in. So it's penalty to Oldham. The kick for touch that land on the roof right over my head, which it did. Thank goodness there's a roof. It could have hurt me, that. As Oldham come up slowly, as one would expect. Gareth Owen takes the tap, and Oldham drive forward. Oh dear me, dear me. As really, it's the number 8, Prop Scott Wildon. Langtree was having his head removed, not surgically. And the referee now degenerating to a bit. I think Sheffield have accepted that they've lost this game, but they'd like to gain a little bit of revenge on some of the Oldham players. The tackle on Agoda was horrendous. It was right into the small of his back and bent the lad in half, dumped him to the ground. And I'll be very surprised if he's if he's walking too easily tomorrow. So the captains have been called together. I think within 3 or 4 minutes of the end of the game is not really the time to issue a team warning. I think he really does need to. So
it appears no massive aggression though. There'll be no cards to be taken out.
Right, so that's the end of that. We're all getting ready to go. Oldham get a penalty. What more do you want out of life, lads? You're kicking for touch at this far end. Find it. On the 20-metre line, the Sheffield 20-metre line. Agodo's picked up a position that it looks like he wants the ball. The ball, no, there's 2 balls on the pitch. One's deep inside the in-goal area. Agodo's got the ball. He runs into it, barges off one, and barges off 2. The Adogo's head moves around somewhat. He came out, I think, worse on that lot. Gets up, and now Oldham drive in, bounces off one. Oh, dear me. The tackle, I'll tell you, they're fearsome. Absolutely fearsome. And we've got another penalty to Oldham. Danny Langtree being tackled. We'll go for goal, said Oldham. This is a very eminently kickable position. I hasten to add. You may wonder what's happening, that the game has, the last few minutes, has totally deteriorated into
madness.
A bit of madness and such like. Penalty to Oldham.
I think Sheffield have realised that they've potentially just lost the game now, and it's just aggression and carelessness in this last couple of minutes, which has ultimately resulted in a penalty for us, which
Langtree.
I won't complain.
Leather Barrow. He's going to take, dear me. So, no, it's not.
It is. He's got filed his shirt on. It is Leather Barrow.
Right, I'm looking at it thinking, 19, that was Leather Barrow.
Right,
and then I'm looking at the name and thinking, has he lost all his letters?
Neil's wearing Ashton's shirt as well.
Right, here we
go.
Oh, in between the sticks, just kept in. Oh, dear me. Oldham, 26. Sheffield Eagles, 10. And we were expecting that Sheffield would be one of the teams challenging at the end of the season. This bodes very, very well for this Oldham team, I feel. So, Sheffield to restart. They restart the ball now, high up into the air. Oldham taken cleanly by Danny Langtree. And Owen says, just move into that line, Adogo. We'll see if we can get it to you, because I think Adogo's riled up he wants to run at somebody. What he wants to run at them for, I'm not.
The run he
100%
lasted
certain.
though was definitely a revenge run. There's no doubt about it.
It was. I will take a few.
Yeah.
Take a few knocks, but somehow I'll give more. So Oldham, in the form of Michael Ward, and unfortunately had to sort of slow down somewhat to take the pass. But, now, got into, and Adogo just overstepped the ball and pushed his man away. The touch judges come on. This man, it's the first time. Oh no, he came on in the first half.
He did.
At the bottom of that is it Clay?
Yeah, it is. It's Clay.
Gets up from his somnolent posture, and Sheffield. Adam Clay, the referee missed it all. Well, if you have your back to the action, that's what you do. You don't see it all. So Sheffield now. 15 seconds or so to go. The hooter's about to go. Sheffield are in possession. They're on the ground in the halfway line. The ball's in play. There goes the full-time hooter. The tackle is made. Oldham have won. Oldham 26. Sheffield Eagles 10. Yeehaw!
That is the best start we could have wanted towards this season. I couldn't have wanted anything more.
Yeah, well, it's an exceptionally good start. We will try. I say we will try get hold of the Roughyeds chairman, Chris Hamilton. I shall take my headphones off. If I stop talking, then because Sophie said she'll fill it in by just recapping on the whole of the game.
Oh yeah, I'll give it a go. So the game started definitely much in Sheffield's favour. They came out of the game very strong, and I mean they scored. They were the first to score, which the referee's not. He's not getting some good news from the fans. So Sheffield were the first to score, and then that seemed to spark something within Oldham, which caused them to come back with the same aggression that Sheffield opened with. Oldham's defence in the latter of the first half was brilliant. It was incredible. It definitely kept Sheffield away from the try line, especially in the last the last 5 minutes or so of the first half, when Sheffield were across the were across the try line, and Oldham managed to defend incredibly well, keeping them away, and then in fact managing to score themselves a try. And then in the second half of the game, Oldham came out incredibly strong, and they had much of the possession of the second half and managed to earn themselves an incredible amount of tries, and definitely made up for that first missed conversion by Scott Leatherbarrow. So Oldham are now parading in front of their fans it's just mental. It's ridiculous. We couldn't have wanted a better start for the first game of this season. So we won 26 points to 10, which...
Here comes Chris Hamilton.
Okay, take it.
Chris! Oh, take your time here. Now, come on. What a way to start the season. What a match and what a victory.
Yeah, it was a tough game. That was a really physical game against a team in Sheffield that, they've been behind the 8 ball, but came and had a real go today.
It was a very, very physical game. The Sheffield lads, they tackled every time. There were 3 in the tackle, and I'm not certain what the third one was doing when he went into them.
Well, I don't think they were dirty. It was just a tough game, and at the end of the day, first half we bombed 3 tries over the line. We didn't control the ball at all, and I knew that if we did, we'd win the game, and that's what happened second half.
Yeah, it seemed like the half-time team talk worked wonders, because we suddenly rose to it and just took the game away from them.
Well, it's a simple game when you do it right. We made far too many mistakes, losing the ball, on the first tackle and stuff like that, and you're always going to put yourself under pressure, and despite the fact that we did that, we still, made sure that we're only 2 points behind at half time, and then in the second half, You know, I thought we got the rub of the ball, or the bounce of the ball rather, a couple of times when it was, you know, needed. I mean, obviously we got a lucky bounce for Langers' try in the first half, and a couple of times, you know, they touched it when it went in touch, so we got head and ball. You know, we had that bit of luck as well.
But, I was going to say, tremendously physical game. No, it's a bit early in the season to know. Is every game going to be as physical as that?
Well, Sheffield are known to be a big physical team, and they didn't disappoint today. But that's the championship. You know, that's you look at the size of the players and everything, and you know they are big players and they are physical, and that's what we've got to get used to, and that's the beauty of having done it last season. We know what to expect.
And that's it. I mean, at the end of this, you're going to have words with those lads, praising them to the heights, I would think, because of the effort and the way that they just stuck at it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, like I said, we made a lot of mistakes in that first half, but kept ourselves in the game because of the fact that, you know, we did, even though we made a lot of mistakes, we did have a lot of territory and we controlled possession, you know, at important times. So they worked really hard today.
Yeah. So you can celebrate for what, day and a half, because we've got another match next Sunday.
Well, I don't know about a day and a half. You know, I'll be able to keep the curtains open a bit longer tonight. But no, there's still a lot of things that we can improve on, and you know, we've got some tough games coming up now. You know, I'm not saying this hasn't been tough, but we've got some even tougher ones when you look at the teams we're playing and where they'll be expected to finish this season. And you know, Sheffield have shown today that, you know, they're going to be no mugs this season.
Yeah. We didn't hear the man of the match award. Who did that go to?
It went to Jack Spencer, who struggled a bit in fairness in pre-season, but today, you know, he was playing loose forward. He was told exactly what he needed to do, and he did it.
Got another fan's favourite on this near side, haven't we?
I told you that, didn't I? I knew you would. I mean, he's shown both sides of his game today, really, Toy. He's made some elementary mistakes, and that's the rawness that obviously comes with a player like him. But on the flip side as well, you know, the contest between him and Menzieri today, there won't be a tougher centre he'll play against. And you know, there were both lads smashed each other at every occasion they got. So you know, they'll certainly both know they've been in a game.
So we've bigged up a couple of the individuals, but it's a team game really, because if there's only a couple of individuals doing it all, then the rest of them just swarm round you, and it's a tremendous team performance.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, we've named two or three. I thought Adam Neal and Phil Joy worked really hard today, you know, because it was, as we keep saying, that tough physical battle. But you know, we've come out, and rugby league isn't a game where, you know, you can do it without everybody pulling the weight, and that's what we had today.
Great, thanks very much, Chris. It's been a pleasure watching today's match. Absolute pleasure.
Cheers, Dave.
Although I did feel some of them tackles, and I'm going to be rubbing me back tonight.